Good morning. I did this draw at 6:38 a.m. Today is February 14th, 2025, which is a 1-6 energy or a 7. And I use the Wizard's Tarot. Today is Venus Day. And the beads for today are rose quartz. That would be for unconditional love, emerald for loyalty, chrysoprase for compassion and forgiveness, and additionally aquamarine so that you have something to keep you calm at this time. And again, I make malas. There are 108 beads, and the rosaries are 108 beads, and there's a lot to know about this, but we are 108 times smaller than the sun. And crystals, a lot of times, are used by people like myself as divination tools. So if you're wondering what it's about, it's that. Okay, so today, this reading is so very interesting. We are seeing power in fall. And why do I say that? Well, out of the mouth of a babe came the truth. Somebody sitting at a desk in an oval place is not in charge. And this is news to us. A secret was revealed. And interestingly, it involves the 12th house in Uranus, which is uncovering hidden truths. And a child doing it, it's fascinating. So let's go ahead and begin this reading. We get the Queen of Wands, which is going to relate to fire in our mutable third house and our cardinal first house. So kind of how you sort of something in the background kind of creeping in, and then there's action involved. And this is fascinating. This involves Mars in lots of ways and the sun. So it's the third decan Pisces and the first two decans Aries. So Mars, sun. Okay. And our second card, Five of Wands, is going to relate to fixed fire, which is going to be the world and strength card, where we all heard that little boy speak what he was hearing. He repeated, and do note that what we saw, what we witnessed, was beyond anything we could have expected to have heard that day. And what does this relate to? Well, Leo 1 Saturn, where someone, a child, the house of children, spoke the truth. And currently, where is Saturn? Well, it is in the 10th house, where our king is currently sitting at his desk in detriment. So what do we have here? So we have leadership and the intuitive of cardinal fire. Mars retrograde, 17 degrees. Someone who has hidden information, a hidden enemy, might find, has ideas about how to deal with our queen draped in her passion, ready to take the fight with higher ideals. Holding her right hand a sunflower, meaning she has some softer, more inclusive thoughts for all of us. Mercury in Pisces, it's likely at the cusp of the 10th house. We will see an event today that involves someone in high places. Something is brewing. A response, I'm certain, is in there, but likely having trouble finding its way through. And you'll notice that in her left hand in this card, the Wizard's Tarot, she is holding a staff and reminded us to stay grounded. We will respond with bold actions, with our collective voices. Today, The ascendant is Gemini, where we collectively will speak our truth. And you will hear from him at the 10th, the king, his voice, because, well, he wants to speak and he's got a little tiny bit of accidental dignity. But what's going to come with this? Venus is in Aries and she's ready to assert herself. Today being Valentine's Day, about social charms, adventures, leadership, with joy and aspirations. But it's anything but. Many passions unfolding in various ways that can be from courage to devastation to challenges with jealousy and or possessiveness. This is not balanced at this time, this energy that he has at the top. So expect to hear things that are crazy today, probably. We may see at the top a response to the slights of a child who publicly shared what was really going on behind the scenes. A deal was made. Now, we see someone was hired versus elected. We have a bit of a soap opera taking place, showing us who's really in power and who is not, and who is covering for this. Uranus in Taurus in the 12th exposed this truth out of the mouths of a babe. The orange Cheeto sits at his desk as a true lame duck right now. We aren't fooled, and we need to focus on he who is foreign and hired outside of every law we know. This is not a valid presidency. Not at all. We have someone in charge in name only. Out of the child's mouth, a massive and important truth was revealed to us, the people. Our 5 of Wands, fire, world and strength. Leo 1, that child, managed by Saturn, where he is hearing, unfortunately for him and his mental health, the lowdown of our internal battles in our political system. How sad for him. We are generating a lot of heat and need to keep going. I need to refer those of you who are unaware to generalstrike.com. Currently, we have numbers in the 200,000 and need quite a few more. We need to get to 3.5% to really make this movement shine. And each one of us having certain things we have to offer. Not all of us can give the same things. We are in a competition of sorts as we see things differently. They're poking. So what is their goal? Well, it is to create fear, division, pain amongst marginalized groups. We are under societal struggles. We are consolidating and unifying across the world, but must remain grounded in a proper sense of strength. We will gain power through our community responses. We are being called Venus in every way in Aries, in our 11th house of social, to bring out our inner warrior, There are so many ways that we can stand up and stand our ground. And I will just give you one that I'm going to practice. I've got a couple I'm practicing right now. If it has a tariff on it, don't buy it, because it is really a tax to you at 25%, which is a ridiculous thing to do during inflationary times for people like you and me, the common people. It is just, it's torture to us. Don't think it isn't. So don't buy. Additionally, support your local stores. Avoid stores like Target, Amazon, Home Depot, places that contributed heavily to this process of tricking us, the people, into thinking that our vote mattered, when in fact they'd hired somebody who's not even from the United States. As we understand how wrong this all is, what we witnessed was fascinating, an injury and a humiliation that will no doubt lead to a response and clash. There will be projection, blame shifting, and those who are marginalized can expect further scapegoating, as it seems that in our system, those who have a little more social standing pick on those who don't, which, how gross, because I'm going to tell you something. On the other side of the veil, to do this would be to get yourself demoted right down to the bottom of, you need a better education, okay? Because there we have all knowing, all seeing. So stay away from the noise if you can. There's rage and retaliation coming. It is all he's got. He was exposed in front of the world as powerless. And for him, an injury to his pathology, he won't soon forget. The facade exposed. Yet Pisces is in charge of our 10th house right now. And with that, Saturn again is involved. And it is in detriment, meaning that we are being asked to grow up spiritually as we observe Saturn and Jupiter both in detriment. He's terribly uncomfortable and now is not even capable of an adequate response. So we need to be prepared. He's not in charge due to extreme deal making, due to his poor financial management of his personal life. We are witnessing a massive fall from grace, as the people who voted for him will soon see they were tricked. And although they got their man sitting at the Oval Office, that is all they got, because who is in charge is not 47, but Mr. Africa. And don't forget that. And I am using a few little outside words to bring it in so this stays in the algorithms, because, I don't know. But with that, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being here. Please go to generalstrike.com and sign up. We need everybody that is willing. Thank you so much for being here. Like, share, and subscribe. This is a Decan Walk 36 Faces.